Graham, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I please have everybody's undivided attention as we are finally ready to start with this evening's program? And I'd ask for everyone's undivided attention, please. Once again, everyone that is still standing, I'd like to kindly ask you to take your seats. And everyone speaking, you're going to get lots of time after the program to get to conversate and mingle with everyone. So I'd like to kindly ask everyone to just bring the conversation level down to a minimum as we start with this evening's program. All right, to start things off, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Canada Truck Operator Association's inaugural gala. Let's get a huge round of applause from everybody that is here today. I'm your MC for the evening from Frequency Entertainment. My name is Jyoti Tillon, and I'm honored to be here with all of you today. Just to start things off, I just want to get everybody in this room on their feet and get a huge round of applause for everyone in the trucking industry. So let's get everybody in the room. Sare jane please khade ho jao. And a big, big, big round of applause for such an amazing industry. Hats off to everyone involved in the trucking industry. Such an essential and such an important job. Thank you all so much. Everyone can kindly take your seats now. So we have a few very special speakers today that are going to come up and say a few special words. Before that, I'd like to officially welcome everyone that is here today. Sareyan da ji aaya nu, sat sri akal, adab, namaste, and welcome. And secondly, मैं मड़ी जी बोली पानी चाहना कि बाहर ले आ मुल्का च वेख लै ट्रक्कां वाले कर गए तरक्कियां बाहर ले आ मुल्का च वेख लै ट्रक्कां वाले कर गए तरक्कियां हाँ बाहर ले आ मुल्का च वेख लै ट्रक्कां वाले कर गए तरक्कियां एक बारी ताड़ियां जोरदार for all the truckers in this room today. If any of you know me, I just really had to do that. So to move things along, we have a lot of very special speakers today. I'd also like to welcome all of our sponsors. We have a lot of sponsors here today. So Sareyan da ji aaya nu, and we will be calling up some sponsors further on in the program. But to start things off, we have our very first speaker tonight. And our first speaker is Jaskaran Sandhu, who is the executive director of the CTOA. He's also a lawyer at the RSG Law, which is one of Peel Region's leading full-service firms. He's previously served as the senior advisor to Brampton's Office of the Mayor, as the executive director of the World Sikh Organization of Canada, and as a senior consultant at an international public affairs agency. Jaskaran is also the co-founder of Boz, a digital news outlet of record for the global Sikh and Punjabi communities, and a co-founder of Hockey for Humanity, one of the largest charity ball hockey tournaments in Canada. He's also a panelist on Canadaland's The Backbench and on Global News AM 640, as well as a regular commentator on mainstream media such as CBC and CTV. Jaskaran is a sought-after expert on current political and government affairs, with op-eds also appearing on various print outlets such as the Washington Post and the Toronto Star. Ladies and gentlemen, please a huge warm round of applause for Jaskaran Sandhu.
A big round of applause for Jyoti. It's never easy being the MC. You can either make the night or ruin it. So Jyoti, thank you for putting your neck out for us. Can I get a big round of applause for Rob Tardik and the band? These guys have been killing it all night in the lobby and now here on stage with us. And I gotta say, man, a man with a saxophone, that's a good look. It's a good look. Thank you so much again, all of you, for coming out here today. I gotta say, look at this room. Everyone just look around a little bit. It's funny because when we were outside talking to some folks in the industry, one of the individuals here, part of a company here, I won't name names, came up to me and said, Jaskaran, I gotta say, the people we have in this room, the people walking in and out of here today, this is powerful. This is absolutely powerful that the trucking industry has come together. So big round of applause to everyone in this room. And it's funny, you look around this room, it's obviously you got friends, you're sitting with some friends and colleagues at your table. You look around this room and you see competitors. You can't have a room this big with this many companies and not see some competitors in it. But that's good, it's a competitive industry. Because what else do you see when you look around this room? You see hardworking men and women of the trucking industry. Today we have over 1,000 people in this room. There's over 1,000 people sitting here right now. That's 200 plus carriers. 200 plus carriers who have come here and joined her today. That's tens of thousands of trucks. I don't know who's managing them right now. You're all sitting here. That's a little scary. But most importantly, you have here the backbone of the Canadian economy. You have billions of dollars of goods movement that is managed by the folks in this room. Now that is incredibly powerful. Within these four walls of this banquet hall, Speranza Banquet Hall, a big shout out to Billa, who's hosted us so graciously, worked with us on every minute detail. And trust me, there's a lot of minute details. When you have the trucking industry together, everyone has an opinion, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But within these four walls, you have unsung heroes. You have folks that risked their lives during the pandemic, the frontline workers, the ones that made everything move. You have folks that came here with nothing, absolutely nothing, and in a matter of years have built powerful companies. You have drivers. I had a few drivers come up and speak to me while we're walking around here. They're sharing how excited they are that they're part of the table as well to make decisions alongside companies and owner-operators for the trucking industry. And that's worth celebrating. That's why we're here today. We're here to celebrate each other. But it's surprising. There's one part of this that is very surprising. The folks in this room have, not to their fault, have been missing from the table, have been missing from conversations that impact policy, regulations, legislation that impacts the trucking industry. And that's a shame. That really is a shame that these people here today haven't been able to provide their perspective on the policy that impacts them. And we're here to change that. That's why we're here today. We're here to change that. Over the last 2 months since conversations started, we're here today to launch the Canada Truck Operators Association. Oh, come on, you can be more enthusiastic about that. This is why we pay Jyoti the big bucks. Good MC makes the night. I'm telling you, it makes the night. Look, we've worked very hard to build this from the ground up over the last 2 months, and it's crazy. I have literally had maybe 20 conversations today. 20 conversations today where folks come up to me and said, Baji, brother, we have no idea how everyone came together, but thank God it's about time that we're all here working as a team. Thank God, because we have a lot to give. We have a lot to give to this country. And it's not just moving goods, it's changing policy as well. We believe in inclusive decision making. It's a fancy word. The government folks here understand what that means. You know, they use that lingo a lot. I think the bureaucrats love using inclusive decision making. But it's about bringing people to the table and helping draft in helping shape policy. Not after the fact, bringing them onto the table and say, hey, look, this is what we came up with. Do you like it or no? That's not what we're about. We are going to be at the table shaping every piece that impacts our industry. That's what we're setting out to do as a Canada Truck Operators Association. Now, there are legacy associations. There are other associations that exist. But you're all here for a reason. We want to do away with the disconnected and often, at times, not entirely well-informed advocacy that has come out of the trucking industry. We are here to disrupt the status quo. We are here to change things. And we'll do that together. So I want to end on this note. Today is a celebration. This is a festival. Today is a good time. Because today we're remembered when the industry changed for the better. Today we'll be remembered as not only the first time this many people from the industry have come together, and this many companies have come together to try to do something better, this many drivers have come together, but this is the first time that the trucking industry have proactively come together and make it clear that they want to be at the table. That's something to celebrate. So I want everyone to enjoy the night. You know, I know speeches are not the most fun thing. I get it. It's not the most fun thing. But there's a lot of important people here today that are going to be speaking a lot about things that impact you. I want to give a shout out to the folks at the RSG Law table and our friends from Davies. You know, we're going to be having them up next to speak about, you know, some of the hot topics on the table. I'll let them take care of that. They know that inside out. I'll let them take care of that. But we have friends here from various levels of government. You know, we have MPs here from far and wide. We got local MPs. We got MPs visiting from as far as Alberta and BC. We have mayors here. We have 4 mayors here. Again, we'll let the MC introduce them. I was laughing. You know, you can hold an AMO meeting here. That's an inside joke for the politicians. So I want to thank them. I want to thank all our sponsors once. From myself as the executive director, on behalf of the association, I want to thank our sponsors for believing in us. It's always hard when it's the first event, the inaugural event. It's always hard. But the sponsors came together, and we're really appreciative of that. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is only the start.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Just Garden, please. And now to move things along, we do have a few more speakers, but before that, we did thank our sponsors, and we thank them once more, but I wanted to just call up some gold sponsors that we have today. If you can just stand, sorry, gold sponsors, if you can just stand at your seats and wave to everyone so we know where you are. And I'm going to do some now that थोड़ी देर बाद विच करांगे. पर सब तो पहला we have Reefer Sales, that is one of our gold sponsors. Where is the team from Reefer Sales? Right there. Welcome, and thank you guys so much for being one of our sponsors. We also have High Point Truck Sales. High Point Truck Sales, Tordavi Gianu, thank you for coming, and thank you for being our sponsor. And we have 5 Star Insurance Brokers that they're here today as well. Tordavi Bohot Gianu, thank you for being one of our gold sponsors. So now to move things along, we have another very special speaker, and as Jaskarn said, they are from the partner at Davies. So I'd like to call up, and before that, I have a small introduction. So we're joined today by Sherry Cohan, a lawyer at Davies, and 2 of her colleagues. Davies is a Canadian law firm of approximately 280 lawyers, advising clients across Canada and internationally. The firm is focused on business law and is consistently recognized domestically and internationally for working on the most complex and groundbreaking transactions and cases by its peers, clients, and legal ranking organizations. Davies attracts a diverse clientele across a wide range of industries, from startups and high-growth companies to mid-sized businesses and multinational corporations in a variety of industries, including transport, trucking, mining, broadcasting, energy, technology, and capital markets. Davies is preeminent in each of its core practice areas. In the latest edition of Chambers Global, a prominent global legal ranking organization, Davies had the highest percentage of Band 1 lawyer rankings, as well as the highest percentage of overall lawyer rankings of any Canadian law firm, and that is huge. Sherry Cohen is a partner of the firm, and she specializes in employment, labor, and executive compensation. Clients rely on Sherry to deliver novel and efficient solutions to their labor and employment challenges. She represents and advises clients on the most complex related employment issues for a number of industries, including the trucking and transport industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Sherry Cohen and her associates.
Thank you for the introduction. Appreciate it. I'm here with my colleagues. We're from Davies Law Firm. Oh, sorry. Thank you for the introduction, and I need to keep the mic closer to my mouth. It's a pleasure for us to be here at this gala and the launch of the Canada Truck Operators Association. It's been a privilege to work with the association in its mission to provide a strong voice for the industry, including from a legal perspective. The association has taken a leadership role in pushing back on the targeting of what other industry players, often competitors in unions, label pejoratively as the driver Inc. model. And we see that there is a need for a voice. Just as recently as December 2022, there were articles in the news showing that unions have pushed for proactive enforcement targeting trucking companies known to be engaged in hiring incorporated drivers. We've seen calls for ESDC and CRA audits on carriers who have been identified as violators with focus on both the company and their drivers. So what we've seen in our legal practice is that the Federal Canada Labour Program has been doing a recent blitz audit of carrier companies to determine whether drivers are properly classified as contractors or employees. And from what we've seen representing these member companies and others in the industry is that the labor program at times applies an overly simplistic analysis of whether a driver is an employee or an independent contractor. So the program analysis is based largely on whether a driver owns their own vehicle or not, and we believe a full legal analysis may result in a different conclusion. I can see I'm maybe boring some people, so I'll skip forward to some more interesting stuff. I just want to point out that there are other industries who have employees or contractors with similar characteristics who aren't being targeted. And so what we understand from the association is that many drivers want to maintain their status as a contractor for several reasons, including economic benefits, control, flexibility, independence, and freedom to provide or not provide services to various companies and a related chance for profit. This is good for drivers and good for the industry, as it attracts people to the industry at a time when there is a driver shortage, and therefore this is good for the Canadian economy as a whole. One number that we've seen that's been surprising is the number of vacancy for transport truck drivers.
Armor Insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our 3 platinum sponsors for today. If I can get one huge round of applause for all 3 of our platinum sponsors. Thank you. And now at this time, we're going to take just a short break from the stage as dinner is being served by our waitresses at your tables. So we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break, and we will be back with the remainder of the program. Thank you. Check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to kindly ask everyone to be seated again as we will be starting the remainder of the program. ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਸੀਟਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦਾ ਅਗਲਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. So if everyone can kindly take their seats, thank you. Once again, I'd like to kindly ask everyone to be seated as we will be continuing with the remainder of the program. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start with the next half of the program. I'd like to kindly ask everyone for their undivided attention and to please be seated. Once again, everybody's undivided attention, please, and for everyone to be seated as we continue with the remainder of the program. So to continue things, I'd like to once thank the band that is here today. A big shout out to Rob Tardik Trio. A huge round of applause for them. Jordar taੜियां please. पर मेरे वालों थोड़ी शिकायत है आ बे आज एने पंजाबी जुड़े हो आते नहीं पंजाबी कुछ बजाया नहीं. So I'm sure you guys have something that's a little Punjabi flavored, Bhangra flavored that you guys can play for us maybe, yeah? What do you guys think? Should they play something Punjabi for us? Hi, hi! Oh, tu tak tiya. Oh, tu tak tiya. Oh, aja tu tawade khute. Oh, the galla kariye muh te. Oh, tu tak tiya. Huge round of applause for the Rob Tardik Trio, please. I absolutely love it. I wasn't expecting that. I had asked them to play something Punjabi today, and I was not expecting that, but absolutely amazing, ladies and gentlemen. So we have another few very special speakers today that are going to come up and say a few words for us all. Before that, I'd like to kindly ask everyone to bring the conversations down to a very minimum. So ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਲੇ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਮਾਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਧੇ ਘੰਟੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੂਰਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਮਾਰਨ ਨੂੰ. So you will get time to mingle and talk in the next 30 minutes, but up until then, I'd like to kindly ask everyone to just reduce the conversation level, please. So up next, I would like to call up a group of very special individuals from the Liberal Party of Canada. So a huge round of applause for MP and Minister Ahmed Hussain, MP George Jahal, MP Sukh Taliwal, MP Shaukat Ali, MP Maninder Sidhu, MP Ruby Sahota, MP Sonia Sidhu, MP Ikra Khalid, and MP Rechi Valdez. One more time, a huge round of applause for the Liberal Party of Canada.
Good evening ji, pyar pari sat shri akal saਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ. ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ MP Maninder Sidhu for Brampton East. I'm joined by my colleague Minister Ahmed Hussain, MP Ruby Sahota, MP Sukh Taliwal, MP Richie Valdez, MP Shafqat Ali, MP Ikra Khalid, MP Francesco Sobrera, MP Sonia Sidhu, and MP George Chahal. Please give them a round of applause. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੇ Prime Minister Justin Trudeau ਵੱਲੋਂ I want to congratulate all you guys for coming together, for advocating for some good causes. It's very important. We know what the trucking community means to our ridings, to Ontario, to Canada, and we'll continue advocating alongside you. I want to share a brief story before I pass it along to some colleagues. Last week, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was in Mexico, and we talked a lot about trade. We talked about opportunities. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ opportunities ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਨੂਫੈਕਚਰਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਹੋਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਹੋਗੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ਿਪਮੈਂਟਸ ਵੀ ਹੋਰ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ ਕੰਟੇਨਰਸ ਵੀ ਹੋਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ so we want to continue creating those opportunities for the industry not just in Brampton alone but in Peel and Ontario and across Canada. I want to share a story about Brampton. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ USA ਦਾ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸੀਕ੍ਰੇਟ ਸੌਸ ਕੀ ਆ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦਾ how is Brampton a supply chain hub of Canada ਤੁਸੀਂ border community ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂਗੀ you don't have that many rail lines. And I said, the secret sauce is our trucking community. Jehdi tarakki tusi ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ Brampton ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਗਾਂ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ. So give yourself a round of applause. And as we know, as industry grows, there's always challenges, there's always issues. But I'm very happy to say that when I look around, you see people, you see representatives from the municipality, from city councillors, from mayors, from regional councillors, from the province, you see MPPs here. From the federal government, you have ministers, MPs from across Canada representing the community here. And we're ready. We'll always be there to sit down and work collectively, positively. So once again, thank you for bringing us all together here.
Thank you so much, Maninder. It is such a pleasure to be here at the Canada Trucking Operators Association. Fantastic colleagues who are all here to show support to the operators, to the owners. It is really an amazing privilege to be with you. You supply us with the goods that we all rely on. You are the arteries of Canada's industry. You connect us with our trading partners in North America and beyond. Thank you for everything that you do. And thank you for your hard work to support your families, to support your communities. Know that our government, the Liberal government in Ottawa, the federal government is there to support you. We recognize the hard work and the growth that you're responsible for in our economy, in our communities from coast to coast to coast. And that is why you see members of parliament right here from right across Canada. And so for me, it gives me great pleasure to stand here, to appreciate you, to hear about your concerns, as Maninder said, but also your contributions and your ongoing contributions to our industries, to supply chain networks, and making sure that we prosper as a country. And you play a really vital role in our trading relationship with the United States and Mexico and beyond. So thank you for everything that you do. And I'll now pass the mic to my good friend Ruby Sahora.
As you know, so many of us are here today because so many of you are the lifeblood of our city, of our country, and we appreciate you. We want to work with you. We want to congratulate you for starting this new organization so that you can all come together under one group, and we're here to work for you. And you can see that by all of us standing up here today. I won't say too much more because I know this will take up the whole evening if we all speak long, but you can see the proof is in the pudding. We are here to support you. We're here to be your partners, so thank you so much.
Sat Shri Akal, everyone. मेरा नाम इकरा खालिद हैगा मैं मिसिसागा एरन मिल्स दी member of parliament हैगी हाँ. It is so wonderful कि मैं आपदे colleagues and all of the friends and all इत्थे खड़ी हैगी हाँ थोड़ी support दे विच, and we will do whatever it takes to make sure that the trucking industry thrives in Canada. That means कि ऐसी each and every one of you empower करना हैगा, and you have my commitment and my support and all of us to make sure कि आप मिल के Canada ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ strong ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ. So Sat Shri Akal, everyone. Thanks for having us here today.
I'm just going to pass it to the next member of parliament and just say thank you for the invitation tonight and congratulations for all the businesses that have come together and be one strong voice for all the truckers in the supply chain not only in Brampton, across the GTA and across Canada. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and safe travels home later on tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, Sat Shri Akal. मैं Sonia Sidhu, Member Parliament, Brampton South. So we are all here to stand with you, to support with you. And this is something I just want to say. In COVID-19, I heard so many stories. बहुत कुछ सुनिया जिन्ना तुसी supply chain ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਰੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕੀਤੀ community ਦੀ. So thank you very much behalf of the Government of Canada. We are here, all colleagues with our minister, to say thank you from bottom of heart. And any other concerns if you have, so we are all stand with you. Thank you so much for inviting us and Happy New Year to all.
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਰਜ ਚਾਹਲ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਸਕਾਈ ਵਿਊ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੁੱਡਸ ਮੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਟਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਪਰ ਆਈ ਨੋ strong connections across Canada are needed to strengthen our industry and as a member of the Transportation Committee ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ issues ਨੇ we'll make sure that we work together to make sure we bring them forward and represent all of you. Thank you so much. ਧੰਨਵਾਦ
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੁਖ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਸਰੀ ਨਿਊਟਨ ਤੋਂ ਫਸਟ ਆਫ ਆਲ ਜਸਕਰਨ congratulations and kudos to you and your team for bringing a leadership together to this organization. Please join me giving these young individuals a round of applause. And most importantly, when you see over 1,000 stakeholders that has come together to put their voice together, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੱਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਮੰਗਿਆ ਹੀ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨੇ ਘਰੇ ਬੈਠਿਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ ਇਹ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਯੰਗ ਇੰਡੀਵਿਜੂਅਲ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਹੌਸਲਾ ਅਫਜ਼ਾਈ ਵੀ ਆ ਔਰ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਲੋੜ ਪਈ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਸ਼ੋਰ minister and along with all the members of parliament will stand shoulder to shoulder with you. Enjoy the evening. Very best to you. And here, Valdez.
Just want to say, you heard everything. Thank you so much for all that you do. You have a stronger voice now working together, and we're here for you. Thank you very much.
That was short and sweet. My name is Shafqat Ali. I'm the Member of Parliament for Brampton Centre. I'd like to congratulate the organizers for putting this beautiful event together. So can I have a Jaskaran please come on the stage? I have a token of appreciation for you to receive. And can you please put your hands together for sponsors and the team who has put this beautiful evening together. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I get a big, big round of applause for the Liberal Party of Canada and that beautiful recognition for the entire team from CTOA. And now up next, I'd like to call up from Ontario, the PCPO. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for MPP and Minister Prabmeet Sarkaria MPP and Minister Michael Ford, MPP Hardeep Garewal, MPP Graham McGregor, MPP Amarjot Sandhu, MPP Deepak Anand, and MPP Khalid Rashid. Huge round of applause, please.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Great to be with you. And what a packed room. It's incredible to be here with my colleagues and supporting our truckers. I'm going to be very brief. There's nothing worse than a bunch of politicians holding you up from your meals. So it's great to be here and support our truckers and all that they do on behalf of Premier Ford and our entire government. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hardeep Singh Garewal, the Member of Provincial Parliament for Brampton East and the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Transportation. It's a pleasure to be here today with you at the inaugural Canada Truck Operators Gala. And I'd like to start by thanking everyone here in the trucking business. And I'd like to recognize all the dignitaries, businessmen, fleet owners, and drivers here today. And I'm pleased to be joined by my caucus colleagues, MPP Deepak Anand, MPP Sharif Sababwe, Minister Sarkaria, Minister Ford, and as well Minister Khalid Rashid for Public Business and Service Delivery. Where it's and Amarjot Sandhu, MPP, was also here as well with us and had to leave momentarily. But it's great to be here, and I'd like to thank the entire trucking industry from the bottom of our government's heart for being the backbone of our economy, and especially during this pandemic, keeping our grocery stores full, supply chains moving, and the sacrifices and hardship that you made are extremely valuable, and we recognize those. So under Premier Ford's leadership, we believe that Ontarians deserve a reliable transportation network, and that's why our government's looking forward to working closely with all of you to achieve our shared goals of economic growth and prosperity for Ontario. And with that, I would like to pass the mic on to the Minister of the Treasury Board, Minister Prabmeet Singh Sarkaria.
Thank you very much, Hardeep. It's great to be here with all of you at your inaugural gala, and it's especially great to be here, I think, in Hardeep's riding, because it's important to note that he's also the PA for the Ministry of Transportation. And, you know, what we've heard loud and clear from all of you, that you want to be at the table, that you want to be a part of the policy making, and we are here as elected officials to let you know that we want to make sure we engage with you, that your voice is heard at Queen's Park. And we look at this room, and it's a very impressive room. Very rarely do you have an event with almost 1,000 people from the industry come together, united, and put forward their asks. So on behalf of our government, I think, yeah, that deserves a big round of applause for the entire industry to do what you guys have done today, come together and be united. Over the next couple of months, years, we'll commit to meeting with all of you, getting to learn your issues, and also ensuring that we can work on those and show progress on those, because as each of my colleagues have said, you are so integral to the economy in Ontario and to moving goods, and that's why we've committed to some very important key infrastructure projects like building Highway 413, building the Bradford bypass, and making sure that we have infrastructure investments all across this province. Thank you very much for having us here, and all the best on this incredible occasion of your launch for this association.
Good evening, everyone, and Sat Sri Akal. Thank you, Minister Sarkaria. Thank you to the organizers of the Canadian Trucking Association for putting such a wonderful event together. Congratulations to my brothers and sisters for doing such an incredible job every day. I know one of the MPs mentioned that especially during COVID time, all what you did for the people of Ontario, for the people of Canada, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for doing such an incredible job. You were out there when everybody was inside their homes. You were out there transporting goods. So thank you for all the incredible work you are doing. And please, whenever you need anything, you can count on all of our support, and we are always here for you. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be here tonight, and I would like to congratulate the Canadian Trucking Operator Association. And this is a huge launching to get all those people on board. And it's amazing because as a government, we kind of all walks of life. We are not the expert of any of the verticals. You are the experts of your industry. You are the one who knows the challenges in the business. You are in the field, and you are the one should recommend to us what should we do to make it better for you. So I like the statement which is in the EZ Trucks. If you can't see my mirror, I can't see you. This is very, very simple. We need to sit and talk and hear what you recommend, and we'll do our best to improve the industry. Thank you very much for inviting us.
Wow. My name is Deepak Anand. I am the member of Provincial Parliament from Mississauga Malton. मैं बस यही कहना सीगा ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦਿਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਗਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 3,15,000 ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਡਰਾਈਵਰਸ ਨੇ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 1,15,000 ਡਰਾਈਵਰਸ ਨੇ 2001 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ 2% ਸਾਊਥ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦਿਨ 18% ਨੇ ਮੀਨਸ 10 ਗੁਣਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਨੇ ਜਦ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪਰਸੈਂਟੇਜ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲਿਜਾਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਰੈਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਣੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਉਹ ਕਦਮ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਜਸਟ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਸੇ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ to the organization for putting this together. Big round of applause for each one of you because you're the reason this event is successful. Thank you so much.
So on behalf of the Government of Ontario, we'd like to recognize the organization and present a small token of appreciation, and we really look forward to working with you all as an organization, as a stakeholder in our government in the months coming forward. Thank you for having us here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for the PCPO from Ontario. Thank you. And now to move things along, we are going to be moving to the municipal level and have some people come up and say a few words for us. I'd like to call up from Brampton, Mayor Patrick Brown, Councillor Singh, and Councillor God. A huge round of applause, please.
Well, I wanted to congratulate the CTOA on behalf of the City of Brampton for this incredible inaugural gala. To having a gala this size in year one is exceptional. And I want to first of all acknowledge my friend Jasker and Sandu. I know he put a lot of effort into this, and all the operators who are behind this effort to come together and to advocate for the industry. Deputy Mayor Harkirat Singh and Councillor Navjeet Kaur were part of a resolution we put forward in our city council. It was actually the first municipality in Canada that put forward a resolution in support of the CTOA and the importance of inclusive decision making and having the CTOA at the table to make sure those operators are heard. Before we hear from Deputy Mayor Singh, I just wanted to say how grateful we are, not just during the pandemic when the industry really stepped up, but the reality is our economy is dependent on this sector. The ability to get product to marketplace is integral to all of Canada's aspirations. And I know in this region that the industry has been exceptional. So over to our new Deputy Mayor, Harkirat Singh, and thank you, Harkirat, for the motion you did in support of the CTOA.
Thank you, Mayor Brown. As you said, when we were struggling through COVID, we saw everybody saying what wonderful things this industry did to make sure that our city survived, our province survived, and our country survived. And now when the industry is facing problems, it's our responsibility to stand by this industry. And that's why, as the mayor said, we were the first municipality in Canada to pass a motion in support of CTOA. And we'll continue to work together to resolve issues as the industry faces them. But outside of that, I do want to congratulate all of you. This is a show of force. This means we're serious about this business, we're serious about inclusive decision making, and we're serious about having a seat at the table. And we'll continue to support CTOA, and we'll continue to support the seat at the table and work with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. My name is Navjeet Kaur Brar, your Regional Councillor for Wards 2 and 6 in Brampton. And first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, all our frontline workers and our essential workers. You know, our truckers were working really hard. As a healthcare worker, we've seen our truckers, they've had COVID, and they were firsthand, and we saw that they had post-COVID symptoms or those who passed away. So I think, again, we should, you know, really think about where they were. They were the ones that were getting our Amazon packages to us on time, getting the groceries on time. So these are very important things we have to think about. Now it's time, just like Mayor Brown said, and also Deputy Mayor, it's time to give back. You know, they gave so much to us, and let's give back now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll just ask Jasker and Sandu to come up, and we've got a token of appreciation from the City of Brampton.
One more time, a big round of applause for our members of our members of municipal parliament from Brampton. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, from the city of Mississauga, I would like to call up Mayor Crombie. So please, a huge, huge round of applause for Mayor Crombie.
Sat Sri Akal, everyone. I have a little bit of laryngitis, but मेरो नाम है Bonnie Jeet Kaur Crombie. Thank you very much. How is everybody tonight? I can't believe what a packed house this is. Wow. And I'm really delighted to be here at the launch of CTOA. I think if anything COVID taught us was how integral the Trucking Association and truck drivers are to our economy. You keep us moving and you are vital. And I'm so pleased to be here with you to support your initiative tonight. And I'm also very honored that Mississauga is a big hub of the transport and the transportation industry. Shh, I have laryngitis. I can't fight you guys. Shh, thank you. Tell you what. Okay, listen. I will share with you that a group of your leaders came to me during the election to express your frustration with many of the issues you've been facing, including a lot of the commercial theft and measures we can better take to protect you. So in Mississauga, we called a roundtable meeting with many of the industry leaders, and we're going to have to repeat it. And we had a lot of our PRP brass. Many of them are here tonight. And these guys over here were a big part of this session to help lead us. We had, of course, our Deputy Chief, Nick Milinovich. We had Inspector Mark Noble, Detective Mark Haywood, and Detective Sergeant Jay Hobson. And they were leading us in a discussion how we can better protect the industry and all the significant issues that are very unique that you face, that are very different from even the carjackings that we are seeing around us. Because of course, you're carrying very precious and very valuable cargo, and you're subject to a number of thefts, just notwithstanding the measures you have put in place to protect yourselves. So listen, I know you got a busy night. I just wanted to come out and say how much I support this organization. It's an exciting time. I'll be there every step of the way, and wanted to say congratulations. Bohat, bohat, wadanya. Thank you very much, everyone.
One more time, everybody, a huge round of applause for Mayor Crombie and that beautiful speech. And now up next, I'd like to call up from Caledon, Mayor Groves, Councillor Russo. Please make some noise.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. And I'd like to introduce Councillor Mario Russo. He's our regional councillor in Wards 4, 5, and 6, and Councillor Cosmo Napoli, our area councillor in Wards 6. We are very pleased to be here this evening to celebrate your first inaugural meeting, and what a success. Jess Karen, hats off to you and your board, your committee. Great job getting this CTOA off the ground in 2 months, and thank you so much. And again, I would also like to extend our sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of our trucking industry folks who deliver our essential goods and services to us throughout the pandemic and daily. It's also important to know that in Peel Region, we move over $2 billion worth of goods and services daily. That's a lot of goods and services that's coming through Peel Region. Sorry, and I'm getting over the flu as well. So anyway, I want to extend our sincere appreciation and gratitude to all that you do. And Jess Karen, thank you so much. And thank you on behalf of the town of Caledon to all of our truckers. Thanks very much, and have a great evening.
And one more time, everybody, a huge, huge round of applause for that amazing speech. And we've got 2 more speakers before we are going to wrap things up. So I'd like to just continually ask everyone to keep the conversation levels down to a minimum, please. Up next, I would like to call up from Vaughan, Mayor Del Duca. A huge round of applause for Mayor Del Duca.
Well, good evening. Oh, I didn't want to stop the music. I'm sorry. Good evening. It's a real honor for me to be here tonight with all of you. I know that you've already heard from a number of political leaders. I don't think that I have to repeat everything that's been said. I will just mention a couple of things. First of all, of course, as others have mentioned before me, we all have incredible gratitude for the trucking industry, which is so very well represented here tonight at this exceptional event. But I also want to say, this is a little bit less about the city of Vaughan for just a moment. I also want to say that in a previous role in my life for almost 4 years, I had the honor of serving as Ontario's Minister of Transportation. And over those 4 years, I came to develop a very strong relationship with the trucking industry here in this province. But just a few weeks ago, when I had the honor of sitting in my office at Vaughan City Hall with Jaskaran and some other friends, what I heard when we had our conversation, Jaskaran, what I heard, the passion, the desire for real representation for the industry here in this province, what strikes me as the most remarkable feature of your achievement is that you really are controlling and shaping your own destiny as an organization, as an industry. It is long overdue, and it is a full credit, Jaskaran, to you and the entire team for finally making this happen in the right way. It is well deserved, and Vaughan will always support you. And I also want to say, I know, because we talked about it that day, I know Brampton recently, or not that long ago, as was mentioned by Mayor Brown and others, did pass a resolution in support of what you are trying to achieve. I also want to announce tonight that in the month of February, not that far away, the City of Vaughan will also be I will be bringing forward a similar motion at the City of Vaughan, and I'm sincerely hopeful that it will pass. And I want you to know again, Jaskaran, on behalf of the City of Vaughan, thank you so much for this. We look forward to continuing to support you in the extraordinary work that you do, and you can always count on us in Vaughan to be there shoulder to shoulder with you. Thank you very much, and I have a little certificate, Jaskaran, for you as well. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for the Mayor of Vaughan, Mayor Del Duca. And I'd like to call up one more very special speaker. It might be a group, but I'd like to call up our partners from Peel Police, who have been our partners for a while now, and they're doing a great job. So I'd like to call up the representatives from Peel Police to say a few words to us all.
Hello. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Saranu Pyarapari Sat Sri Akal. My name is Ron Chatta, and I'm honored to be here with you. I'm the chair of Peel Police Services Board. I have Superintendent Navi Changer here with me from Peel Police serving. He was recently the superintendent for 21 Division. Now he's with Community Safety and Wellbeing. We are here to congratulate on behalf of Peel Police and Peel Police Services Board for this inaugural gala. Congratulations to all of you, the hardworking truck drivers and the company owners are really, as many politicians have said, this was one of the need of the time that all of you are together here, and we are always there to support our industry, especially the hardworking trucking industry people. As you all know, the many politicians have said that every week there's about 500,000 trucks goes through Region Appeal. And we are working very closely with our partners from OPP or other police jurisdictions day and night to keeping the region safe, and we are looking forward. Now I'll pass on to Superintendent Chinger to say a few words.
Thank you, Chair Chapta. Giainu, and good evening, everybody. On behalf of Chief Nishan Duryappa, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, we want to say thank you to everybody for this amazing opportunity to connect with you. And the Chief always talks about being innovative, collaborative, and progressive organization, and today demonstrates with all the members of the CTOA putting together such a group. And can I say that the support from the chair, we have really worked with our community to invest in keeping the community safe and community safety well-being at a priority. So, Chair, thank you for your support. To the community, thank you for your support. And we look forward to working with you collaboratively to make this logistics industry the safest, the best place for the region of Peel and across Canada. Thank you very much.
And one more time, a huge round of applause for everybody from Peel Police and those beautiful words. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the end of this program, and we have one very last speaker to wrap things up. I'd like to officially thank everybody for being here. Saaryan da ek wari phir ji aaya nu, and we will see you next year at the second annual CTOA Gala. Can we get a huge round of applause for that? This is our first annual Gala, and we will see you all next year with more people, hopefully, and a better setup, and just bigger and better things every year. But up next, I'd like to call up a board member of the CTOA, Arun Rebello, who is the National Manager for Transportation and Logistics for TD Bank. With over 20 years of retail and commercial banking experience, he has focused the majority of his time to the transportation industry. TD Bank offers a full range of banking solutions catered to the industry, and in his current role, Arun leads the transportation strategy from coast to coast and acts as subject matter expert to the bank and all things transportation. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Arun Rebello.
Thanks, Jyoti. I promise you I am the last of it. 1,000 attendees. I don't know about the rest of you, but to me, that's not a bad number for an inaugural event. A round of applause for all of you. The transportation industry in the GTA and in fact across Canada continues to grow. It's the backbone of the country, ensuring that all manner of freight gets to its customers. Not only has it gained visibility over the last couple of years during the pandemic, but more importantly has become a major employer and driver, pun intended, of the economy. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the CTOA, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the following in ensuring the success of this event. All of our valued sponsors, the elected officials that continue to show their support, the carriers, drivers, owner-operators, and related industry participants. We hope that you will all continue to support the CTOA as we grow to become one of the most instrumental platforms for the transportation industry, and look forward to seeing you at all of our upcoming events. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our entire program for this evening. Thank you for being such an amazing audience. A huge shout out one more time to the Rob Tardik Trio. Let's get a huge round of applause for them for serenading us with such beautiful music throughout the night. And it was an honor being your MC for the evening. You guys were such an amazing crowd. Please, everybody, enjoy your evening, get home safe, and please do not drink and drive. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, just as you're all still here, dinner is still being served at the tables. So please remain seated if you're looking for dinner. Once again, dinner hale vi serve ho reha hai apne apne tableaं te, so please remain seated for dinner. Thank you.